Happy December 3rd, 2017. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Blessed Sunday. A couple old messages again. First off, number 142, 143. Very nice ones, as they all are. These ones are fairly easy to understand, but I'll go over them anyways. And then I want to talk about something I was moved to speak about while I was sitting in church today. So I don't go to church all the time, but unless he leads me to guides me to go there, instructs me to go there for some reason, some purpose, and this may have been the purpose, or to just touch somebody's hand so his grace can pass from me to him, from through me to them. Otherwise, I do whatever it is he needs me to do this day. This would be number 142, 143, as I said, if you want to look them up and read along or read over them later with some renewed understanding. Feel the joy of his eternal love, unconditionally given from far above. Things you know are so incomplete, flavored by many of man's sodden feet, that are telling us everything we know is so incomplete. It's been flavored or manipulated by man. Despondently lost, so many wander, never stopping to truly ponder the hidden truths that lie beneath, words translated from what he did bequeath. See and listen with unearthly senses, your spiritual senses. All becomes clear with no human pretenses. Limitless knowledge of God's final plan that long ago was made for man. His love for us, untarnished by those who fell so long from heaven's repose. Talk about Fallen 7. Parts we all have before us to play, even you, every single one of us. Your course upon which you must stay cannot divulge the final ending. It's only for him to know. So much to come is yet pending. Open the door of which I spoke, then all inside his light awoke. Now, yet pending, remember this is a number of years back, 2010 I believe. So 7 years have passed, and a lot has happened since then. Open the door of which I spoke, which is your inner door, those walls of Jericho we built inside. Then all inside, his light awoke when you were conceived. And things will clear from cloudy haze to guide you through all your days. So, all stuff we've talked about, and says all these things I've learned, I shared through these messages. Direct source from him through his messenger to me. And it also helps you to understand, see the deeper meaning of things that are in the Bible, whichever version you're reading. You want to say hello? Luna wants to say hello. Say hello, Luna. Say hello. Okay. Number 143. What is this disregard of God's nature? Casting away things of great stature, blind fools who think themselves better and thus seek to place their human fetter, again talking about the darkness, upon the beings and people of this world are controlled by darkness, thus seek to place their human fetter upon the beings who inhabit earth, sharing the space with equal mirth. Glorying in the Lord's magnificent light that shines forth through darkest night, angelic sorrow trumpets from on high, soaring with winds carrying their sigh. I mean, it bothers the angels and all the heavenly spirits to see what's happening on earth. Soaring with winds carrying their sigh at humans' careless, senseless dismissal of so many gifts of his great epistle. Open your eyes to all you've let go. Soon there will be nothing left to show of what was given us at the start. Pitiful creatures, you've played your part. What's left is not what he intended. Too much damaged and never mended. Now, the pitiful creatures referring to us and or those who fell from darkness, who seek to destroy all his stuff, all his creation. It's likely both, little both. Pitiful creatures, you played your parts. They even had their parts. God, everything that the devil and those who fell with him, God knew all of it. God knew everything before it happened. He knows everything they're going to do. They have a part to play too. Too much damaged and never mended. That's why he's going to cleanse it, renew it. So that's it on those. Getting close to the end of this first journal. And what I was led to talk about, well, I had to hear it. It's actually triggered by what the pastor or reverend or whatever they call themselves. So it was triggered by that, something he was talking about. That more clarity to how I'm going to explain it in a slightly different way. Now, everything of God is reflected in this world, his creation, wherever it is, any part of it. It's reflections of him, examples of him. Just look at a plant, a tree. Take a tree, for example. What's it do? It takes the nourishment from the ground, the roots, and these roots extend outward, growing ever upward towards what? Towards the light. Towards the light. And then the branches spread out, going towards the light. It takes that light into itself to help process the nutrients and the water that comes up through the roots. So those nutrients and the water from the roots come up, interact with the light, cause it to grow, flourish, branch out, and bear fruit. Now, what happens if those branches on the bottom, they suddenly aren't getting all that light? They start to suffer. They don't grow out as far. Or they branch out towards something and then start to get in towards where there's shade, there's not enough light. Or they go off on their own, away from the source of the light and the nourishment. They become stunted. They don't bear fruit. And they wither and they die. That is God and Jesus right there. But each of you, each of us, is a branch on that tree, on that vine. Each of us, we branch out, seeking the light. That's what we're supposed to do. Taking the nutrients from the earth, dust to dust, from the dust we created, the nutrients, the water from the roots to help us spread out, grow towards the light, becoming fruitful and branching out to others, always upwards toward the light. And where's those nutrients come from? The ground. They well up. The living well, the water, the living word, the source of all those nutrients is the root. And who is the root of the vine? Jesus the Christ. He is the root of the vine who provides that source, that living word, living well, living water that wells up. The well comes from the bottom up. The nutrients and the water that flow up into us from him, through us, branch out towards the light. He helps us, nourishes us to grow upwards towards the light, to grow in the light, to bear fruit and branch off. That is exemplified in every single tree, every single plant that's out there. The root of the vine, the source of the water, the living water, the source of the nutrients, which is the living word, the word of God, flow up from him through us into our branches so we can branch out, reaching higher and higher. He helps us to reach higher and grow higher towards the light, branching off at the same time, helping others to bear fruit and grow upwards towards the light. That's the lesson of a tree. It's like the tree of life. It's symbolic of this whole relationship between Jesus and God and us. Again, from the root of the vine, the source, the living word, living water, growing up, help us to grow and branch out and reach up towards the light, go towards the light. That's what that all means. When you go off on your own, you get in the shadow, there's not enough light. So you need that light to draw up and to transform those nutrients, that living well, living water from Him to help you grow. You go off your own direction. You go off towards the shadow. You're drawing less and less of it because you're not in the light anymore. And you wither and die. Don't wither and die. Don't go off. Stay connected with Him so you can continue to get that continual, non-stop, unconditional love and grace of the source of His nutrition, His nutrients to us. His water, which is His living word, His living water. Very important. So I hope that helps somebody. Hope these messages help somebody. Get some clarity. And you have the rest of your day this Sunday is blessed and peaceful for everyone. God bless. Peace of Christ.